Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sierra. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to just be doing a really easy get ready with me, as well as I'm going to answer some about me questions just so you guys get to know me a little bit better. And yeah, if you're interested, just keep watching. So I'm going to start out with, I got this sample from Sephora of the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I've always wanted to try this one. Of course everyone on YouTube loves it. So got a little sample here. Hopefully the color matches me, but we'll see as we go. I'm thinking this color is still going to be too dark for me because I am very pale. But at least this way I can see how I like the formula. So the first question was, how tall am I? I am 5'6" on the dot. Yeah, that's it. I'm average height. Nothing special about that. Second question was cats or dogs. I'm a big animal person. I really just love animals. I do have a cat. Her name is Dobby, and that's from Harry Potter, if any of you are wondering why that sounds familiar. But I do super desperately want a dog. Me and my boyfriend do plan on getting a dog eventually, but right now we live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's really just not fair to a dog to keep it in here all the time, or it's not going to be going outside that often, and it's just too small of a space to have more animals. Okay. I'm gonna go back into the brush. So that's what it looks like so far. My blender was super damp, so I think that kind of messed around with the formula a little bit, but it looks really pretty so far. And I like that. Second question, so how many countries have I visited? I live in Canada, for those of you that don't know, and I've been to 2 other countries. So I've been to Cuba and I've been to the States. So for Christmas this year we went to Kauai, which was super beautiful. I definitely would go back to Hawaii, just at a different time of year. It was not that warm in Kauai when we were there. I think the warmest it got was 23 degrees, and that's in Celsius. I'm not sure what it would be in Fahrenheit, but yeah, it just really wasn't that warm, and we were hoping for more of a tropical vacation, as that was my boyfriend's first time out of the country and my second time, and so the first time obviously was when I went to Cuba. That was for a grad trip and it was lots of fun. I don't know if I'd go back to Cuba. The resort we were at was not good. The food was really awful, and again, it was for a grad trip, so there's that. I think maybe with some recommendations of some other people, I'd go back to Cuba, to an obviously much nicer resort. But the country itself was super beautiful. The beaches were amazing. We went into Havana the one day, and that was really interesting. It's definitely a culture shock going into different places like that, and makes you appreciate what we have here in Canada. Now that I'm looking at it, the foundation's really not that different than my skin tone. It's harder to see on camera, but even in person, once I put some powder on, because my powder is brightening anyways, it's going to be a lot less noticeable that it's darker. So let's going in with Old Faithful. Next question is my favorite drink. So like non-alcoholic drink would just be water. I drink a lot of water. I love it. And then my like favorite alcoholic drink would probably be sangria. I love wine. I love fruity drinks. Best of both worlds. Favorite, and then now it's asking me about what my favorite animal is. I'd probably say cats. Like I said, like I love all animals so much. Like yeah, I love them. But like yeah, my cat is so funny. She's such a character. And yeah, they're just so weird and silly. Tea or coffee? I love coffee. Love it. I do like tea. Like I'm not like one of those people that are like, tea is gross. But if I had to choose, I'll choose coffee 100% of the time. What sports do I play? Or do I play any sports? So as some of you may know, I am into bodybuilding. And so for like those of you that don't know anything about bodybuilding, I know it's like really confusing and can be really confusing to explain to people, but basically there's different categories in bodybuilding, and I do women's bikini. So that's like the lowest amount of muscle, lowest like conditioning. It's basically, usually when you read the rules, it's saying like you want the ideal beach body. So yeah, that's definitely a sport. Like I'm prepping right now, for those of you that don't know, and it is a lot of intense dieting. I'm on really low calorie right now, and lots of time in the gym. So I usually spend, say, about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes on my workouts a day, and then I do cardio on top of that. I'm not gonna like go too into detail about it because it is an extreme sport, and I don't want anyone thinking that that's like a super normal amount of time to be in the gym. But yeah, I really love doing that. That's really the only sport. Yeah. If you guys have any questions about bodybuilding, let me know. I do plan on doing a vlog for when I do my show days. So I have 2 shows coming up this year. One is coming up in 2 weeks, and then the other is in 9 weeks now. Yeah, we're 9 weeks out from that one. And yeah, so I'm gonna do like a show day vlog, get as much footage as I can, show you guys all the good stuff I eat afterwards. That's like the most exciting part. I'm like obsessed with food right now. I don't know what else to say about it. It's really hard to explain to somebody that doesn't know anything about it. Like of course, like the most famous bodybuilder that anyone knows is like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he is amazing, but that's like, he's like men's bodybuilding. And again, with the men, there's different categories. That like bodybuilding is like crazy amount of muscle, and then there's like classic physique, which is actually more like what Arnold looked like, and then there's men's physique, which is like the ideal men's beach body. But and all the categories take a lot of work. They just look for different things. So by no means am I saying that one category is easier than the other, because it's not. What is my favorite book? So I was never really big on reading. I'm actually starting to get into it a lot more now. So I read a book from, her name is Jen Sincero, I want to say her last name was, and it's called You Are a Badass, and that was really good. It's like more of like a self-helpy book, but it's about just like opening up your potential and believing in yourself, and yeah, I really liked that. And then I just started reading one from Tony Robbins, his book Unshakable. So I literally just started that one yesterday. And I mean, anything from Tony Robbins is amazing. He's so inspiring. If you guys don't know who he is, definitely go check him out. He has like he just completely changes people's lives. I also really like the Harry Potter books, of course. I only read the first 2 books. I've like seen all the movies 10 million times, but for books I've only actually read the first 2. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go into my eyes. I'm using this Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I found this yesterday at Winners and it was only $24, which is such a great deal. And I have used this palette before. A friend of mine has this in her collection and I've done her makeup for her quite a few times. And yeah, so I've used it before, and it's just really pretty. It's perfect for like everyday looks. Crazy today, I just got some errands to run today and I just felt like filming a video would be fun. So next question is, what are some of my favorite YouTubers? So I love like the really like big popular YouTubers. I love Jackie Aina, Kathleen Lights, love her. Who else? I've been watching a lot of smaller channels lately. I'm trying to think of like who. And I'm also diet brain, so I blank on everything. Lynette Marie, she's more of a fitness YouTuber. She does some like get ready with me videos. Love Carly Bible, Nikki Tutorials, of course, Jamie Genevieve. And then I follow a lot of more fitnessy people lately, especially. It's like Stephanie Buttermore. If you guys are looking to get into any kind of fitness, follow Stephanie Buttermore. She is a scientist and also does like competing as well. So she's got a lot of really good information, as well as Paul. I always butcher his last name. Where is it? Revelia. He is amazing, so knowledgeable, and he is a bodybuilding coach, and he does coach like lifestyle clients as well, but his main focus is bodybuilding, and he is really, really knowledgeable as well. And then I love Jordan Bohan. She is a makeup artist, YouTuber. She's really amazing. She has a lot of really great informational videos. Angie D. Batista, I hope that's how you say her last name. She is actually also a Canadian makeup artist, YouTube. I could go on forever. I have so many favorite YouTubers, but those are like my main people right now. Single or taken? I have obviously taken. I've talked about my boyfriend a few times here now. We've been together for, actually our anniversary is in 3 weeks and we'll have been together for 2 years. We do live together as well. His name's Carson and he's my everything. He's amazing. We have a really amazing relationship. You guys will probably see him in my show day vlog. Well, you'll for sure see him. He's also competing. So we're doing this together, which is amazing. Favorite memory from my childhood? Me and my mom's sister has 3 kids. And so I have like my older cousin and my little cousin, so the oldest 2 were really, really similar ages to me and my little sister. And so we're all still really close. And yeah, so we just like spent our entire childhoods together. Yeah, do you speak any different languages and how. I don't. I know a little bit of French, but not nearly enough to even hold a conversation. I basically can say, do you speak English? I'd love to learn more. It's really hard though. And I know that that's like just such a shitty excuse, but at this point in my life, I don't really need to know another language. I'd love to learn Spanish. That's another one. And that's like, Spanish is so universal. So many people speak Spanish. Do you have any siblings? I have 2 sisters and a brother. And 2 step siblings, which, I mean, we're all adults now, so I wouldn't really consider them siblings, I guess. Like, I didn't grow up with them. Like, my mom just recently, or not recently, they've been married for a few years now, but we're all already adults. How would you describe your fashion sense? Lazy. I love fashion, but I don't know how to dress myself. My friend Taylor has like the best clothes and always looks so nice, and I always tell her, I'm like, you need to just like come shopping with me and dress me. But yeah, and I mean, I spend most of my life in gym clothes. What is your favorite restaurant? We don't really have, like, we only have chain restaurants for the most part where I live. So like, I like Brown's Social House. They have good food there. We don't really have that many really good, well, we don't have any really good restaurants in where I live. I live in a very small town in northern BC. So it's very like hick, small town. It is what it is. I really like Cactus Club and Earl's. Those places always have really good food as well. Yeah. What are some of your favorite TV shows? I don't actually watch, okay, I shouldn't say I don't watch TV. I don't watch, like, we don't have cable. I watch a lot of Netflix. So like, I'd say my like 2 all-time favorite shows would be Family Guy and Friends. My all-time favorite show. I also just started watching Jersey Shore, which I know I'm like so late to, but it's on Crave TV, and so I've been watching a lot of that, and it's fucking hilarious. I like, oh my god, it's so stupid and funny. I love it. What else? Bob's Burgers. That's oh my god, that show's so ridiculously funny. That's PC or Mac. I've only ever had PCs, but I do really want a Mac computer. They're just easier to use, especially for me. I'm like really computer stupid. Kind of phone do you have? I have an iPhone 8. What does your name mean? So my mom named me Sierra just because she liked the name. So there's no like special meaning behind that. But I know Sierra is a Spanish name, and it means, I think, mountain range. Or I've had a couple people tell me like, oh, your name means this, your name means that. But the most common one I've heard was mountain range, which is kind of random, but whatever. I love my name. That's like a weird thing to say, but I really do love my name. I always liked it growing up. The only thing I didn't like was I never found my name on anything. And like, it's not a super uncommon name. Like, sometimes I still get people that are like, oh, well, that's a weird name. but like I've definitely met other people named C. Which of your parents are you more like? My mom. We are very much alike. We fought a lot when I was like 15, 16. And it's because I get all my stubbornness from her. And she likes to deny that, but I am very stubborn like she is. I get a lot of like my emotions from her. Like, I cry over everything. Like literally the drop of a hat makes me cry. And I get that from my mom. But like looks wise, I think I look a lot like my mom, but also if you were to like see me beside my dad, I look a lot like my dad. So I'm kind of like just like a mesh of both of them. Like I'm like 50-50 pretty much. So that's all the questions I'm gonna do. I'm sorry if this is like so random and I'm like brain dead. Like I said, like, so I've been dieting since January. I started with my coach in November, end of November, beginning of December. His name is Adam. I'll post his Instagram handle below in the description if anyone wants to check him out. He's an amazing coach. I'm really lucky to work with him. But yeah, so I've been dieting, and so like I said, like bodybuilding diets are extreme. You're going very low calorie, doing a lot of cardio, lots of time in the gym, and you get brain dead. Like, I don't know, I'm sure if any of you have done even just like normal diets, you kind of like when you're hungry you get kind of stupid. This is Tarte blush in Vibrant. This is one of my favorite blushes. And this actually I bought all these blushes. I don't think these are actually full size. I think these are like a medium or like mini size. They came with this Tarte brush and it's really great for blush. So I'm also going to, probably in the next couple weeks here, I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but I'm gonna film some recipe videos. So I have 2 Instagrams, one where I post all of like my makeup and my beauty stuff, and then one where I post like my everyday life, mostly my fitness stuff though, because that is my everyday life. And I just didn't want to like, and so anyways, on my more fitnessy Instagram, I had a couple people, I've had lots of people ask me about the foods that I eat. So I do macros, which is short for macronutrients. I should stop trying to do my lipstick and talk. So it's short for macronutrients, and so basically that's your protein, your carbs, and your fat intake. So I have certain numbers that I hit for each. So these aren't my numbers right now, this is just an example. So you, like when I started, I had 160 grams of protein. I might have even been higher, but we'll just go with 160 protein, 180 carbs, and 40 fat. So you have to measure out all your food with like a food scale. The app I use is called My Macros Plus. That one is a paid app. I found it was just a little bit easier to use. Or MyFitnessPal is another really good option. That one is free. So yeah, like I was saying, so like MyFitnessPal is another option, and you have to measure out all your food and you track it in the app, and it'll give you like your daily totals. MyFitnessPal is really great because if you don't know what to set your macros at, you can enter in your age, your weight, your height, and your goals, and it'll put the macros out for you. So you just have to calculate your food and hit them. So I do a lot of like really fun foods that people wouldn't necessarily think you can eat during a prep. So I'm gonna do some recipe videos showing how I make those foods and yeah, what I do for that. So if you guys are interested or have like specific requests, let me know. I know, like I said, a couple people have already asked me like about like, I make like really low calorie pizzas, pancakes. I do like a protein frosting, which is my favorite thing in the whole world. That is pretty much it for this video. Sorry if it was super random and all over the place. That's kind of my life. Even when I'm not dieting, I'm like kind of an airhead. Not that I'm like an airhead, I just lose my train of thought really easily. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Okay, first impressions. I freaking love this foundation. Like, I mean, you can still see my little like blemish. That's healing and going away, but I think my skin looks so pretty right now. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys like it. If you do, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe, do whatever, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.